What would you do, if someone you loved looked you in the eyes and said, "I wish you were dead, just give me what's mine"? This isn't just a story about a rebellious son. It's about pride, brokenness, jealousy, and a love so powerful, it defies logic. Today, we uncover one of the most powerful parables ever told. A story that reveals the heart of God like nothing else. This is the Prodigal Son. In Luke 15 verse 11, Jesus begins. There was a man who had 2 sons. But this isn't just any family. This is a household built on honor, tradition, and inheritance. Then suddenly, the younger son breaks cultural norms in the most shocking way possible. "Father, give me the share of the estate that falls to me." Luke 15 verse 12. In ancient Jewish culture, this was more than rude, it was offensive. It was as if he was saying, "I don't want you. I just want your stuff." And yet, the father does something unthinkable. He gives it to him. No argument. No resistance. Just freedom. Sometimes, love allows freedom, even when it leads to destruction. The young man leaves home, chasing pleasure, independence, and a life without boundaries. Luke 15 verse 13 tells us he squandered his wealth in reckless living. Friends surround him when the money flows. Laughter fills the air. But it doesn't last. Then, everything collapses. A famine strikes the land. And suddenly, the boy who had everything, has nothing. Jesus paints a humiliating image. A Jewish man, feeding pigs, unclean animals. He's so hungry, he envies the food of pigs. But no one gives him anything. This is rock bottom. Then something changes. Luke 15 verse 17 says, when he came to his senses. That moment is everything. He remembers home. Not as a place of restriction, but as a place of provision. Even my father's servants have food to spare, and here I am starving. He rehearses a speech. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." Notice, he doesn't expect restoration. Only survival. Repentance isn't just feeling sorry, it's turning back. But what happens next, shocks everyone listening. Luke 15 verse 20 says. While he was still a long way off, his father saw him. Which means, he was watching. Waiting. Hoping. Then, the father runs. In that culture, dignified men did not run. But love breaks protocol. Before the son can finish his apology, the father interrupts with grace. Bring the best robe, put a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet. These weren't random gifts. The robe restored his honor. The ring restored his authority. The sandals proved he was no longer a servant, but a son. Then comes the celebration. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again, he was lost and is found. But the story doesn't end there. Enter the older brother. Faithful. Obedient. Always present. But when he hears about the celebration, he refuses to go in. All these years I've been slaving for you, and you never gave me even a goat. His anger reveals something deeper. He wasn't serving out of love, but obligation. The father leaves the party, to reach the son who never left home, but whose heart was far away. My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But he reminds him. We had to celebrate, because your brother was dead and is alive again. This isn't just a story. It's a mirror. The younger son represents those who run from God, chasing the world. The older brother represents those who stay, but grow cold, judgmental, and self-righteous. And the Father. The Father is God. A God who gives freedom. A God who waits. A God who runs. A God who restores. This parable was told in response to Pharisees who criticized Jesus for welcoming sinners. And Jesus responds with this message. God doesn't just tolerate sinners. He celebrates their return. So the question is, which son are you? Have you walked away, chasing your own path? Or have you stayed, but lost the heart of love? No matter where you are, the Father is watching. The Father is waiting. And the moment you turn back, He runs. If this story moved you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to the Wellness Mindset for more powerful biblical insights. And remember, it's never too late to come home.